Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And today we're looking at the latest developments with the Errol Spence Jr. case. Okay, so the unified welterweight champion, Errol Spence Jr., has been charged with driving while intoxicated in connection with a one-car accident, which you can see on your screens right now, which happened last Thursday morning in Dallas. Spence was hospitalized and listed in critical condition after flipping his Ferrari while driving at a high rate of speed northbound on the Riverfront Boulevard near Interstate 80 just before 3 a.m. But Spence managed to escape the accident with no broken bones apparently, despite not wearing a seatbelt and getting thrown from the flipping vehicle. White Ferrari. Errol Spence has been released from hospital. Okay, I didn't know that. It's been released from hospital and will need to address those charges. A Dallas police spokesperson said in a statement to The Guardian on Wednesday, "As for getting a speed of the vehicle, we will not be getting one. It was a single car accident with no other criminal charges." Spence, a 2012 U.S. Olympian and native of the Dallas suburb of DeSoto, is widely regarded as one of the world's best pound-for-pound boxers, says the article. He unified the IBF and WBC welterweight championships with a thrilling split decision victory over Sean Porter, who held the WBC version of the belt, or element of the belt, portion of the belt. What else does the article say? Okay, so of course most of us will remember that Spence Jr. first won the IBF strap with an 11th round knockout of England's Kell Brook at Bramall Lane in May 2017. Okay, so that was the article of the news, the breaking news that Errol Spence Jr. has been charged with driving whilst intoxicated. There was much speculation at the time that he just left the bar, so he must have been drinking. Well, I didn't really buy into that. You can go to a bar without drinking. I've done it myself when I've been the designated driver. Yeah, I've had one or two, but soft drinks, or not soft, a touch of alcohol, but not much. Certainly not much to take me over the limit. Just keep it nice and simple. Just have a couple mild drinks and you're good to go. But clearly, Errol Spence Jr. was over the limit. And of course, drink impairs one's judgment at the wheel, can do. And when you're driving a high-powered vehicle in the early hours of the morning with no one else around, you might be tempted to put your foot down a little bit. But clearly, as we see, alcohol impairs judgment. And it's now official. Yes, there was a sufficient amount of alcohol in Errol Spence Jr.'s blood system, to put him over the limit. So now he's liable, or he's going to have to face the charges of driving while intoxicated. Okay, so that's on him. Fortunately, there were no other people involved in the accident. He was driving alone, driving back home apparently alone, soft top off, or soft top on. Don't know. We saw the soft top rolling away in the video earlier on. And Errol Spence himself was ejected at some point. It's not visible at what point, it's not clear at what point he was ejected. Could have been in that dust cloud that we saw earlier on. So first and foremost, as far as I'm concerned, the good thing is no one else was involved. The good thing for Errol Spence is that he appears to be not as injured as I had and many had previously anticipated. He was in the ICU, intensive care unit, but now he's been left back home, so apparently with nothing more than a few broken teeth. So he's a very, very fortunate man to have emerged from this with nothing more than some broken teeth and some facial lacerations. But yeah, the news is he will be charged for drinking or driving while intoxicated. Very, very sobering lesson for him, I would imagine. I don't think he will be in a hurry to do that again. I don't know what the situation is with the insurers. Do they pay out? Do insurers pay out when you write off your car while you're driving drunk? I tend to believe that's highly improbable. How much was a Ferrari? 200 grand? Was that 200 grand Ferrari? Did Errol Spence just take a 200 grand hit? Did he just pour 200 grand down the drain? I don't know. Anybody else been convicted of drinking while under the influence? Anybody else wrote off a car while drinking under the influence? I don't think the insurers will pay out. I think that's the equivalent of driving while uninsured. You're not gonna get a penny compensation. So that was a sobering lesson. If the broken teeth didn't do the trick, then certainly pouring 200 grand down the drain will be very, very sobering. Okay, so what say you? Have your say. It's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares, it's the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And it is the Errol Spence surviving and perhaps living to fight another day. It's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the Have Your Say, and I am out.